We have already closed 3% of our nation's restaurants. At the time of this recording, it is estimated that up to 11% will be closed within a week. But may I be so bold as to claim that I know what the future holds? It's hope. It's confidence. And it's faith in my industry to do what we have always done. Open up shop. We as operators in the food service industry have always been very fearful of the C word. Closed. The only time we ever used the word was in an exasperated tone, usually in confidence to one another. Who the fuck closed last night? This place looks like shit. Or denying a plea from a coworker to pick up an opening shift. I can't. I closed last night. We have to stay open to survive. We can't close early tonight. Someone might need the cafe. What will our customers think if they call and we're not here for them? Can we make these repairs in the middle of the night so none of our customers are affected? I wouldn't want them to think we're closed. We've always been an industry that's always on, always open, and always available. The hours posted on our door were a blood contract. We honored them. The word closed has far too much finality in its connotations, so I'm banishing it from our collective lexicon. The word open is just that. Wide open. Open to interpretation. What time do you open? When will you open again? Are you guys open? Hey, how long ago did this place open? I'd like to recommend that you read A Clean, Well-Lighted Place. It's a short story by Ernest Hemingway. The story has been a guiding beacon for me navigating the service industry, from my time as a waiter, bartender, and now a restaurant owner and operator with parked operations in 2 cities. The story is but a few short pages. It's an old waiter talking to a young waiter. From time to time, I revisit this story. I did when I was the young waiter. I did when I was the old waiter. And now that I own the cafe, I revisit it again. Some only knew Hemingway as a swashbuckling writer with some version of his own of almost every cocktail ever made. Hemingway had it this way. The Hemingway daiquiri et al. But let us talk less about his life and more about his work. Hemingway was a writer who was keen on brevity, destroying you with a terse sentence which would take other authors 3 pages to work out. The periods, full stops at the ends of his sentences, fell like a boulder from a high cliff into the middle of the highway, stopping the traffic of thought in your mind abruptly and forcing you to go back, read it again, and try to gather all the information in the empty space between the words. Hemingway's commas lifted the needle of time off the record and made you hold your breath and wait for the music to start again. I don't know if he did, but if Hemingway ever used an ellipsis, it would have carried with it the weight or hope of what was to come. I'm asking you to read. No, I'm not asking you to scroll through the text with your nimble thumbs like your Instagram feed, only pausing to crack off a like and scroll on. I'm asking you to really read this story and feel the immense weight of the words. Think about those late nights, the last customers lingering in your section while you went about the business of closing, the campers. Why didn't you just let him stay and drink? The unhurried waiter asked. They were putting up the shutters. It's not 2:30. Each night I am reluctant to close up the shop because there may be someone who needs the cafe. Because of this story, I've always been one of the weird ones. Go ahead and go. I'll stay and close up shop after they leave. My shop always served up until the last minute the law allowed in my town. 2 a.m. last call. I studied the liquor laws and informed my staff that we close at 2, we have up until 2:30 to collect all their drinks, and then after that, we have up until blank until we have to have everyone out of the building. Our hours were never arbitrary. We never closed early. For now, we've put up the shutters. Our dining rooms are closed. Some of us in the industry lost our restaurants. Some of us are still clinging dearly to them with our new careful reality. But let's focus on the power of the word, open. Look, we know how to open. There isn't one amongst our ranks who hasn't been part of an opening crew. You remember that final day of preparations, getting to the shop at 7 a.m. after months and months of work to get to this day? You have until 4 p.m. to get the back bar stocked, the orders out of the cases, and into prep. Only to realize that although you and the crew have been working for endless days preparing, it is now 3:52 p.m. and nearly nothing is finished. What happened? The phone began ringing, the customers started coming in, and we were once again triaging the night's service, working in a disorganized, chaotic manner all the while, wearing our smile as a mask, and asking our guests, "How is everything?" "Great." Getting open again? Whatever that is to mean for each of us in the future. That'll be the easy part. People will always need the cafe.